Hey Embers, welcome back to the channel and welcome to part 2 of my Lake Season's Greetings DLC playthrough. That's a bit of a mouthful. So we are here not with Meredith Weiss but with her father Thomas Weiss. Of course this is a prequel to Lake. Let's go in and check in on Frank.
Hey Thomas, do you think it'll ever stop snowing? I'm glad it's the last day before Christmas break.
Well, sorry Frank. They're forecasting snow until at least the new year. But hey, about Christmas. Meredith bailed on us, which leaves us with a bit more food than we can handle. Maybe you'd like to volunteer and help us eat it tomorrow evening.
Christmas dinner at the Weiss residence. That sounds great, Thomas, but I'm afraid I'm all tied up. The Knicks are playing the Celtics. I think the Celtics will go all the way this year, but I wouldn't count out an upset at the Garden.
I wouldn't either. Let's go Knicks.
I'm gonna have to sleep on it, but you know I can't pass up a juicy bet. Have a good one, Thomas.
So last episode, of course, in our introduction, we found out that Meredith would not be joining us this year for Christmas, which is a real shame. Speaking of Lake, I do have a playlist for my first Lake playthrough here on this channel, if you'd like to check that out.
Morning, P.O. It's time for a different take on the snowfall.
P.O. positive or pet peeve?
Take it away, Charles.
Jack, I'd like to respond to what Cheryl said about the snow yesterday. Sure, it makes everything nice and quiet, but we can't forget the sweet sound of crunching snow beneath our boots. Thank you very much.
Sure we can, Charles. And that's the last one about snow for now. Apologies to the guy with the pet peeve about yellow snow. Better luck next time. Today's weather is bright and beautiful as yesterday. Enjoy the crunch, folks. Back to the playlist.
So, as I mentioned in the first video for this playthrough, unfortunately this playthrough is full of bugs because of and glitches. The DLC itself is a little irritating because of course I paid for it. The DLC is glitchy, unfortunately, on the PlayStation 5 at least, that's what I'm playing it on. I didn't experience any of these glitches on the Xbox One, only on the PlayStation 5. So unfortunately, there are times in this playthrough where the sound cuts out altogether, people are supposed to be talking and they don't, and there's some more serious glitches as well. Despite that, I hope that you can still enjoy this series because I really enjoyed making it. It's a very short series, and despite all the problems that I had in making it, I hope that you can still enjoy it. Now, I absolutely love Lake, as you guys know. I did a full series on this channel, as I've mentioned before, and that was, I was going to spoil it then, I'm not going to spoil it in case you haven't watched it, but there are different endings in Lake, shall we say, and my full playthrough was one of them. Then we also did a big episode, or rather a big playthrough in one video, about Mean Meredith, basically, which is one of the other endings. I'm not saying this properly. And finally, at some point next year, I am going to be doing one more playthrough of Lake. That will be on the third and final ending. So yes, there's going to be a lot of Lake on this channel. I do have playlists for everything. So thank you very much if you've watched my previous Lake playthroughs. Like I said, there's technically been 2. Now let's talk to Maureen, who I love.
Hi there, Thomas. How are you on this fine, cold day?
And unfortunately, she didn't have much to say there. So I do go and visit people even when I don't have a letter or a parcel for them because, you know, it's a full playthrough, we might as well. But this playthrough will definitely be quicker than the original Lake playthrough because this, of course, is a DLC, which is a little bit shorter. So I realise we are sort of 4 minutes into the episode and I haven't said what this game is, but if you've been here a while, you already know what it is. So Lake is, it's a wonderful game. It's a very simple game, very calming game, I find, quite a cosy game, shall I say, where you are a male woman, in case of the original, male man, male woman, I don't know how you male person, and you are, Meredith technically isn't, but she is stepping in for her father, who is away on holiday with her mother, and you are delivering mail around Providence Oaks for 2 weeks. This is the prequel to Lake, in which you are her father, this is his job, and he's delivering mail around the Christmas period. But it's so much more than that, as I know you guys know if you are watching this playthrough. And I absolutely, dare I say, love the DLC more than the original game.
Christmas gift? Here's hoping.
The fact that it's set around Christmas, and set in the snow. I've said this so many times, I love snowy atmospheres in video games, so I absolutely love this.
Wow, a visit from the Poker King. I humbly thank you for the honor.
The Poker King hath brought a parcel for the Jack of all trades.
Ooh, boy, Frank came through once again.
Ah, package from Frank, huh? What's in it?
You don't want to know, Thomas. You don't want to know. But what I will tell you, I'm kicking off the new year with a bang. I better put this somewhere dry. And then it's back to reading Doyle Brunson's Super System. Oh, you're in trouble this Sunday, sir.
And what are you doing tomorrow night?
I'm gonna visit my brother and his family in Idaho. Anyway, later, Thomas, and take care on those icy roads.
So, as I have said before, this is sort of a minimal talking playthrough, actually, even though I'm talking quite a bit. But I want you to really experience this game as it's intended. So I don't talk through the cutscenes or anything like that. This is minimal talking for a playthrough. Even though, like I say, there's quite a lot of it on the drives. And, oh, I just love this game. Honestly, like, I can't do an episode of Lake or the DLC without gushing about it, because I really, truly do love it, and I really hope they do more with Lake in the future. Oh, just beautiful. And again, I was so shocked how much I took to Lake, because it's not really my kind of game, but I just absolutely adore it. And I completely forgot to mention, by the way, it's Christmas Eve in the game. So happy Christmas Eve in game. We're not too far off in real life. Still a few weeks yet. But I hope you're feeling festive already. It's one of the reasons I wanted to do this DLC. Get us all in the festive mood a little bit. So will we be visiting our wife today? We shall see. Oh, but just look at it. Look how beautiful it is. I really need to stop gushing about this game. Oh! I was going to say we nearly slammed straight into a tree there. Never mind. As you saw last episode, there are, of course, quite a few new characters in the DLC as well, so really exciting. Oh, there's our beautiful wife.
Hey there, good looking.
Oh, and everything about this just makes me so happy, especially when you've played Lake and you kind of know what happens with these two and their story, Meredith's parents. Super cute. So of course, as I've said, this is quite a cozy game, and the premise of the game means that it's, you know, it's not very action-packed. It's a very slow playthrough, but that's kind of how I like them sometimes. We have done other things on this channel, RPGs, etc. But sometimes it's nice to just relax, you know? I'm in a very chirpy mood today, I don't know why. Just excited to be playing Lake, I think. And as I say, all is not over, because we have this playthrough, of course, to go, and then at some point next year, I'm not entirely sure when, we will have the third and final Lake playthrough. And hopefully by then they announce a Lake 2 or something. I don't know how they do it though. This is my problem when it comes to like, sequels in games. And I mean, they were genius doing this prequel. Oh my goodness me, I've just killed her father. Oh no, he's alright, he's stable. Oh my goodness me, just slammed straight into a rock. I don't even know what I was talking about. Do you remember when I said this was a calming, relaxing playthrough? I mean, clearly it isn't. But I was going to say, anyway, carrying on, nothing happened. I think they were genius to make this a prequel that we play as Meredith's father. But based on the ending of Lake, as I say, you can have 3 different endings. Technically a little bit more, actually, but basically 3. We're just going to check in at the, I never know what to call this, garage, petrol station. So I just don't know what else they do with it.
Looking forward to our poker night on Sunday.
So, of course, Ben, who we've just spoke to, is one of our new characters for the DLC. You met him last week. Laurie's father, who was in the original, of course. Oh, love Laurie. I just love everyone. I just love everyone. And this is definitely getting me into the festive Christmas spirit as well. Apart from, like, smashing up everything, you know. Just smashing everything up in my van. Maybe this is an indication that I shouldn't drive. Maybe not a mail van in any event. So, are we going to check if we can pet the cats? I can't see any cats, unfortunately. They added a new feature in Lake. It's not new now, obviously. But when Lake originally came out, you could not pet the cats. And then they added this extra bit where you could. So now every excuse I get, I'm like, I'm going to pet the cats. I'm assuming if you're watching this that you did watch the original Lake playthrough. If you didn't, that would be really interesting, actually. But if you didn't, maybe you should. Anyway, it might be time to do some actual work. We haven't done much actual work today, have we? But I'm just enjoying it while I can, because this playthrough isn't very long. I believe, don't quote me, it's going to be around 6 parts. So, not a very long playthrough at all. So I'm just enjoying it, taking my time. You know me, you don't get quick playthroughs here. No speed runs, never have. Just enjoying my time with games as they were intended. Not that there's anything wrong with speedruns or anything like that, but it's just not for me. And again, I said this last episode, so I'm going to be repeating myself a lot, but I love seeing Providence Oaks all snowy with all the Christmas decorations outside the house. Houses? Oh, that's a bit more trinny. Oh yeah, you did say that last time. And this game definitely gave me a slight Oregon obsession as well. Oh, going to the shop. Checking in with Nancy, are we? Love it.
Greetings, Nancy.
Hello, Thomas. That should be the last batch of Christmas pudding ingredients.
Sounds good. Is it for you or for the store?
For the store, of course. I'm not gonna change my cooking schedule just because of Christmas.
Your cooking schedule?
Mm-hmm. A set meal for every day of the week.
Can I ask what your cooking schedule looks like?
Sure. Monday's mac and cheese, chili on Tuesday, meatloaf Wednesday, cheeseburger Thursday, fish Fridays, Saturday steak and mash, and it's corn on the cob Sundays.
A healthy and balanced variety of culinary goodness. Color me jealous.
No need to be jealous. No one's gonna stop you from creating your own schedule.
Maybe I will, but I'm going to enjoy the Christmas meal first.
And I'll be savoring my homemade chili.
Nice. I'll be on my way now.
Oh, Nancy, don't ever change. Her cooking schedule didn't sound that bad, to be fair. I'd get in on that. Maybe I should make that my cooking schedule. What'd she say? Chili, mac and cheese, cheeseburgers, corn on the cob Sundays. There was steak in there somewhere. I think it sounds like a good cooking schedule, actually. I've never had a cooking schedule, and now I want one. It's a thought. Could I be bothered to do the same thing every week? Well, at least you wouldn't have to think about it. Sometimes the hardest thing about cooking is the meal prep. Like, what are you actually going to do with your ingredients? It's a thought. Can't believe Nancy's got me out here thinking about cooking schedules. Here then, question of the episode. Do you have a cooking schedule? And does it stay the same every week? Pop your cooking schedules down in the description box. I'm really intrigued about this. Genuinely intrigued about this. It's got me thinking all kinds of things, that. See what I mean? There's always surprises on this channel. You're playing a game and you end up thinking about a cooking schedule. Who else can say that, eh? I am in a right silly mood today, you know. Oh, well. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I will stop gushing about this game eventually. I think I'm probably its biggest fan at this point. Right, what we got out for? What are we doing? Oh, gonna go into the bookstore, are we? This is another new character who we met last week, and I love her as well. Hey, see, this is one of those glitches, look. Beth is not clearly sat on her chair.
Hi there, Thomas. I wasn't expecting to see you today. Shouldn't you be at the airport right now?
Unfortunately, no. Things got rescheduled. Meredith called last night. She can't make it out this year.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Did her flight get canceled? Mine has, unfortunately. The snowfall has been too heavy. So, I won't be able to visit my Daniel this Christmas. That's the holidays for you, I suppose.
Meredith was snowed under too, but in a different way. She's swamped with work again.
Oh no, poor Meredith. And poor you two.
Why don't you join us? We have an open seat at the table now.
That's sweet of you, Thomas. Thank you. Yes, I think I will join you for dinner tomorrow night.
Of course. Sorry to hear about your flight, but we'll make it a great Christmas.
I will be there. And this way, I get to give you all your gifts in person this year. Until tomorrow.
Great. See you there, Beth.
Yay! So we have Beth and Mildred joining us. But look at this glitch. This is what I mean. It's disappointing because I do really, really love this game. I mean, you wouldn't have guessed, would you? How'd you know that? But, oh, we've caused a right backlog of traffic here. Oh dear. I do really love this game and this DLC. And we did have glitches a little bit in the original Lake playthrough. And there's a lot of glitches in this DLC. And it's just a shame because, you know, I have paid for them. I'm not getting them for free, do you know what I mean? And I really want to support the game and the developers and everything else. I mean, it's a bit too late for that now because it's a bit of an older game now.
Feels like I'm going round in circles sometimes.
And, you know, I would love to support everything these developers do in the future. Do you know what I mean?
There we go.
Oh, I'm talking over Thomas now. But could I recommend you play this DLC or even the original Lake on the PS5? Not really. I mean, Lake wasn't too bad, but the DLC, I'm not going to lie to you. Hopefully you do continue to watch the playthrough, because that's what I'm here for. But, you know, some of the glitches are just, I mean, like Beth on that chair, it's not great, is it? And it does, like, you know, dull my enjoyment a little bit. Not enough, obviously, not a lot, but I feel like when I played on the Xbox One, I had less issues. I remember in the original Lake playthrough, we were talking about not seeing as much wildlife as I remember there being. I remember there being bunnies and deer and other stuff in the original game when I played it on the Xbox One. They were not present in the PlayStation 5 version, which is a real shame. And I don't know if there's supposed to be more wildlife in this. I'm assuming not because it's winter, but you never know. So it's a difficult one because I really do want everybody to experience this game, but would I recommend it on the PlayStation 5? Probably not. So let's nip into the Flick Shack to see Angie. I love Angie. I love everyone. Oh, here I go again. Never mind. And I said this would be a playthrough with not much talking.
Hi, Thomas. More toiletries from LA?
No, Angie, I haven't got a package for you today. We have an extra seat at the Christmas table tonight. Our far too hard-working daughter canceled on us. And, well, it'd be a shame if the feast Emily's been cooking up goes to waste.
Wow, that's really nice of you. But I'm good. Just gonna curl up in front of the TV with a nice glass of wine, or two, and my favorite Christmas movie, which just came out on VHS.
Miracle on 34th Street?
Gremlins.
Sounds like a merry, scary Christmas to me. Enjoy.
I will. Merry Christmas again, Thomas. And to Emily as well.
Thomas is just so sweet, isn't he? He's so sweet. So with that, let's head back. I've got a couple more deliveries to do, but not too many. And then we'll be moving on to what I believe is Christmas Day. I think this is our final parcel of the day. Let's have a look. 'Tis indeed.
Okay, let's get this to its destination.
Where am I going? Oh, I decided to take a long walk, did I? Well, fair enough. I guess I just wanted to experience walking in this game. I mean, it's not the fastest mode of transport. I've no idea why I left the van all the way back there. Ah, well, we're having a lovely stroll. Oh, I hope it's not in the way of all the traffic again. Oh, is this whose house I think it is? Have we met her in the DLC yet? I'm completely forgetting about the first episode, you know. So, I can't remember if we've met her or not. If this is even her house. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh, good day, Kay.
Hi, Thomas.
I've got a parcel for you.
Thanks. I'm sure Santa will be happy this arrived just in time.
Anything I can do to help the old man out. How are things with the family?
Good. Good. Really looking forward to the holidays. I've been making Grace this great big space station out of ply. It's coming together really nicely. And Barry is getting Max a second-hand guitar as we speak.
Oh, that sounds great. I'm sure they can't wait for Christmas.
Neither can I. What about you and Emily? Got anything special planned for the coming days?
Well...
Right.
I'm sure...
Yeah, sure. Or Santa will have to eat charcoal when he stops by tonight.
All right, best... Give our love to Barry and the kids. And Santa, if you happen to see him.
Will do. You and Emily have a great Christmas too, okay?
So, as you just saw, or rather heard, that was one of the bad glitches that I experienced while playing this playthrough, while playing this game. This DLC, you know what I mean, whatever. I'm having a glitch myself. But you see, having to rely on the subtitles like that and not being able to hear the audio just sucks. And again, I don't remember that being a problem on the Xbox One. I know you can play this game on other platforms, PC, via Steam perhaps, and maybe the Switch. I don't know if the DLC is on the Switch, but I imagine it would be. I know that Lake is on the Switch. So, PS4 of course. So, maybe it's just the PS5, I don't know. Oh, that's why I decided to do this, so we could take a little walk around. This is our last delivery of the day. Oh, wrong house, never mind. Yeah, but as you can see, like, I didn't want to abandon the playthrough altogether because I really wanted to get this out for you guys.
All right, Christmas break, here I come.
But in all honesty, some of the problems are bad. And it's not just graphical issues. There are graphical issues, there's textural issues. We're just taking a nice stroll through here. But the audio issues really are the ones that upset me the most, I suppose. Because, I mean, I love the characters in this game. And the voice actors, I think, do a phenomenal job. And so it's just a shame that their work is not ruined, but dulled somewhat by having those audio glitches. Anyway, I don't want to, drag the episode down too much, but it is frustrating. And I do think that there should be some account held there. Oh, God, don't run anybody over. Because obviously people are paying for this software, and I just think, you shouldn't get it like this. To be honest, it shouldn't be like this. So I'm still loving it. I'm still enjoying the playthrough. And the playthrough will still continue, obviously, but there are a lot of glitches. I'm not going to say there's not. There are a lot of errors. Anyway, with that, let's end the day and see what we get up to. And there won't be much talking from me for a while.
Look what the cat dragged in. Hope you had a good day out there. Before you go home, I need a favor. Can you help me with that guy over there? He said he's looking for a job, but I really gotta run now. Try to find out what he's made of, okay? Good luck.
Oh no, it's Matt.
Hello, young.
And unfortunately, as you can hear, we are hit by this bug again, so you're going to have to read the subtitles. Sorry.
Hi, I'm Matt Kearney. I'm glad someone finally showed up.
Nice to meet you, Matt. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm basically a computer expert, kind of in between jobs right now. I've been programming since I was 11 years old. I'm looking to start my own software company.
Ah, that's great. So you want to save up some money to start your own enterprise one day? I imagine that can take a toll on you.
I have the focus, determination, and willpower of a professional athlete.
Okay. I have a few more questions. Would you mind working overtime every now and then? During the busy Christmas period, for instance?
I don't think I'll ever have to work overtime. The way I organize everything, overtime simply won't be necessary.
I sure like the sound of that, Matt.
Okay, well that's good to hear. Could we wrap this up now, please? I don't think working here requires an extensive interview process.
Sure, Matt. I've heard enough. Thanks for applying. We'll be in touch.
Okay, but please be aware that I've also received other offers. Bye.
Well, if you've watched the previous Lake playthrough, you'll know he's a bit of a jerk. Anyway, let's move on.
Yep, hello.
Hey, honey, it's me. Finally found time to call. Having such a busy day. Did you invite anyone else over for tomorrow?
Yes, I did, but no takers. So it's just you, me, Mildred, and Beth.
Yeah, Beth is coming. So happy I could finally change her mind.
Nice work. She's great company.
As opposed to Mildred? No, this is not funny. Mildred is a sweetheart. And you better wear the Christmas sweater she knitted for you last year.
I love Christmas sweaters, so don't worry about it.
Great. So I won't be the only one looking stupid. Oh, by the way, I've got great news. We finally found someone to take some shifts off my hands.
That's fantastic. No more 60-hour work weeks. I also had a job interview today.
I wasn't at the interview, but I was introduced to him after he was hired.
Did he wear glasses?
Yes, he did.
Was he wearing a turtleneck sweater?
Yeah. Are we playing Guess Who? His name is Matt Kearney. He said he's going to completely overhaul our computer system.
That's the guy I interviewed this afternoon.
Really? Did you like him?
Can't say that I did, to be honest.
That's a shame. But it doesn't matter. He'll be taking the load off my shoulders. And I won't be working alongside him anyway. You'll probably see him more often than I will.
And there I was thinking I dodged a bullet.
We'll see how it all pans out. Oh, gotta go now. Bye, hun.
The yo-yo started out as a weapon in the Philippines during the 16th century, before being introduced to the United States as a toy in 1929. It weighed 4 pounds and had a 20-foot cord. Australian rower Bobby Pierce won the 1928 Olympic Games against 8 other competitors, even though he stopped during the race to let ducks pass in front of him.
And here we are, Christmas Day. Not in real life though, but nearly.
Weiss residents, good morning.
Hey, Dad. It's me.
Hey there, Em. Ready to have a Weiss Christmas?
I was hoping to hear one of your special holiday puns. Merry Christmas to you, too. I wish I was in PO right now.
That makes 2 of us. And probably 3, but Mom's at the motel.
Guess I'm not the only one working today, then. Fine mess I got myself into, huh?
Do you want my 2 cents, or shall I just listen?
I reckon I already know what you're thinking, and you're probably right. I'll be okay, Dad. Work's progressing nicely, actually. And Tess is coming over later. She's also stuck here. We're going to try to cook up some semblance of a Christmas meal.
Oh, that's good to hear, Em. But I'm glad the other Em will be in charge of my Christmas dinner.
Can't disagree there. Her lemon mashed potatoes alone blows all my cooking out of the water. Oh, that reminds me, I need to try to pry that secret recipe out of her. I'm gonna call her at the motel right now. Thanks for talking, Dad. And Meredith Christmas.
Missile Thomas wishes you the same.
Oh, I did not hear that. Love you.
Oh, Mildred, you shouldn't have. We already have the most beautiful pair of Christmas sweaters in the world. And now we have 2 sweaters each. You must have put so much work into them.
Oh, please, don't mention it, dearie. Knitting sweaters can be quite straining. But knowing how happy they make you always makes up for it.
Well, we're so grateful. Right, Thomas?
They're beautiful. Thank you so much, Mildred. They're so comfy and colorful. If only it was Christmas every day.
Oh, Thomas, that makes me so happy to hear. I can't wait to start working on next year's designs. I've also made sweaters for Frank and Jack and Robert and Bert, but they all said that wool gives them an allergic reaction. Isn't that a coincidence? Beth, I hope you aren't allergic to wool.
You're not going to believe the coincidence, Mildred, but yes, I actually am. And it's such a shame. If only I, too, could celebrate Christmas wearing one of those beautiful sweaters. Anyway, Emily, would you be a darling and pass me the peas, please?
Peas? I don't... Oh, you mean the string beans. I suppose peas would have gone lovely with the meal as well, now that you mention it. Right, Thomas?
Peas, beans, it's all green to me.
Oh, yes, of course. I meant the string beans. Of course, silly me. But let me get on with it. It's time for my presents now. And you may have already guessed that they're books. Mildred, why don't you open yours first?
Well, I'm not really one for presents, but I appreciate the gesture. Let's see now. The Cat's Pajamas. I've never heard of it, but it has a nice title, I suppose.
It's an encyclopedia about cats. A Whiskerpedia, if you will. Someone drew my attention to it, and I immediately thought of you.
Oh, well, isn't that lovely? Such a heartfelt gift. Isn't it, Thomas?
That it is, Emily. That it is.
It is a nice gift, Beth. Thank you.
It was my pleasure, Mildred. And now for Emily's gift.
Why, thank you, Beth. I do always appreciate your taste in books, so I'm looking forward to The Countess and the Carpenter. Ah, would you look at that? Is this a romance novel? I've never really read one of those.
Right in one guess, Emily. I hear the writer Summer's here, so this book is locally sourced, so to speak. And, dare I say it, the prose is quite compelling in the romance department, if you catch my drift.
I think I do. Beth, you are something else. Thank you. This will certainly get a nice spot on our bookcase.
Ah, good to know the romance department is in our bookcase now, so I'll know where to find it.
Well, I'm looking forward to reading it already. Thank you so much, dear Beth.
You're welcome, Emily. I'm sure you'll love it. Okay, Thomas, it's your turn now.
Let's see. Crazy sports facts 2. Even more crazy sports facts. Whew, boy, I love this stuff. I'm actually reading part 1 at the moment, so I can tuck into this straight after. Thanks, Beth.
You're welcome, Thomas. And you're right, there's some fascinating tidbits in part 1 as well. Even if one no longer actively plays sports, it's at least fun to read about it, right?
Hey now, kids playing basketball still regret it when they challenge the mailman for a game of horse.
Well, there's no shame in admitting that you're not getting any younger, Thomas. In fact, none of us are exactly spring chickens anymore. Things like your arthritis can't magically be wished away by positive thinking.
Who's up for some blueberry pie?
Speaking of blueberries, my bridge partner Edna's niece discovered this mole last week.
Hold that thought, Mildred. I really need to take this. Hello?
Hi there. Could you put me through to Meredith Weiss, please?
Excuse me. Who is this?
Oh, it's Steve. Steve Mitchell from work. Is Meredith there?
You're talking to her father in Oregon. She's at home, celebrating Christmas.
Wait, what? Christmas? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to bother you. Is it Christmas already? Gosh, I totally missed that. I've been pulling a couple of all-nighters. I'm gonna splash some water on my face. Sorry again, Mr. Weiss. Enjoy your evening. Bye. Merry Christmas.
Everything okay, honey?
That silly boss from Meredith's work called for some reason or other. Never mind. Beth, you were saying?
I wasn't actually, but I was looking for a way to say this, and now's as good a time as any, I suppose. My dear friends, I am leaving Providence Oaks.
What?
You're what?
What's that, dear?
Why?
Well, before we move on to the sad part, let me first tell you the good part. Ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be a grandmother.
Oh, Beth, that is amazing.
Well, I'll be.
Whose mother?
I mean, congratulations.
Yes, my son Daniel and his wife are expecting. Isn't that wonderful? But, and here's the proverbial kicker, you may remember that they moved to Savannah, Georgia a few years ago. So if you put 2 and 2 together...
You're moving away to be with them. That's great, Beth. I'm so happy for you.
That is marvelous, Beth. Congratulations. I wish you and your family all the happiness in the world. But I'll miss you something terrible. We all will. But we have to toast to the good news. Thomas, go pour us some brandy and I'll get the pie.
Oh, Thomas, would you have any antacid? That eggnog is starting to stir up something indiscreet.
You had me at brandy. Now, let's celebrate this wonderful evening, ladies. Here's to a lovely old Christmas spent with good friends.
Here, here.
Here.
Oh my goodness, how lovely was that? Well, let's move on to Boxing Day. Sorry that I didn't speak much there.
Hey, Thomas. Did you see the game last night?
Morning, Frank. Nope, we had our Christmas dinner. But I have a feeling you're going to talk about it anyway.
The Celtics were up by 25 in the third quarter, but they still lost the game in double overtime.
So was it a big payday for you?
One of the biggest of the year. And now the odds are dropping for Boston. I'm gonna bet on them to win it all this season.
Nice move. Good luck, Frank.
Thanks, Thomas. Have a good one today.
And with that, I think that's where we're going to leave part 2. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and until next time, bye Embers.